Hey, what's up, fuckers? This is Fuck I Love AEW, Graham's Green.
Oh, Boogie.
So before we get into AEW Dynamite, we're going to just talk about what's going on in the world of wrestling. It seems that we can't call the virus by its name, or else we'll get demonetized on YouTube, but we all know what's going on, and it's affecting things like NBA. NBA season was canceled.
NHL, NCAA tournament, everything's been canceled.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day Parade, looks like the Boston Marathon's going to get canceled. My daughter's out of school for 30 days. So we can pretty much assume at this point with all the information that we have that WrestleMania 36 is going to get canceled.
Well, I think if it was Vince's call, I think he'd keep it open the whole time. But it's actually the call of the Tampa Bay government.
Yeah.
So if the Tampa Bay government says it's too risky, it's too risky.
Yeah, and I think it's too risky.
It is. It's crazy, man. You give 70,000 people, you have like 5 carriers. It's going to be 50 carriers at the end of the shit, you know?
As far as AEW right now, I looked it up, all live events are going forward at this moment. But I think it's going to be a state-by-state, city-by-city basis, depending on where they're traveling. I think it's safe to assume that within 2 months, there will be no more wrestling for a while.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to go see AEW in Boston, but Boston was especially hit hard by the virus, which we can't name. So we're going to skip that AEW show, because, I mean, I'm also assuming this can be canceled.
Yeah, it's probably going to be canceled, which sucks. We had plans to go to SummerSlam. I don't know how that's going to affect that. SummerSlam's in Boston this year.
This year is TakeOver, SummerSlam, Raw. And that would have been a
SmackDown.
Weekend.
Yeah, it would have been a great weekend. But we'll see what happens. Maybe things get better by then. I don't want to be all doom and gloom before we talk about Dynamite, but there's a good chance that we're going to have a little break from AEW. And it looks like SmackDown and Raw going forward are going to be in the Performance Center.
Yeah, and you know, I'm wondering if they postpone it, they're going to screw up the whole SummerSlam. So, I mean, they really can't postpone it unless they're postponing it to May, or, you know, early May, or maybe like late May. Because if you go until June, you're going into SummerSlam.
Well, what they could do, honestly, is they could postpone it and just put it on instead of another pay-per-view. So there's so many pay-per-views, like instead of Money in the Bank, or instead of, and maybe even have the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania.
Right, but you're gonna have your 2 main pay-per-views like 2 months apart.
Yeah, they could just combine them.
One huge,
SummerSlam,
mega
WrestleMania.
Yeah, tape it twice, man. 8 hours of wrestling.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can take it.
Or just everything's gonna stop. So if there's no storylines going forward, then they're all going to be at one pay-per-view. So it makes sense. I think the next pay-per-view we have, no matter what it is going to be WrestleMania.
Well, I think the Performance Center shit that sucks is that there's going to be no storyline. I mean, there's no crowd to react to storylines.
You can't. So what you're saying is you can't judge what's getting over without a crowd there.
Right. There's no crowd, so you have no idea what's really going on.
All they can really take is, they can take online feedback and the temperature of comments online, whether things are getting over or not. Ratings per an hour. They can do it that way to judge what's getting over. They have a contract with Fox and USA, so it's safe to assume that there will be WWE, and it will be going forward in the Performance Center. But I don't think that there will be AEW for a while, because they don't have the same infrastructure to put on.
I think AEW is done for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, for maybe 4 to 5 months, but you know, if you tune in to check out our AEW coverage, we're still going to be putting out Fuck I Love Wrestling. Right. We'll do Fuck I Love AEW with any news or information.
Yeah, even like Evolve, our local wrestling league, has been canceled.
Yeah. ROH said it was going forward, but
ROH doesn't have the same problem with huge crowds, though. I mean, ROH draws 1,000 maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, it's still going to be the same thing. I think also this summer, during SummerSlam weekend, New Japan had a Madison Square Garden.
That's been canceled.
That's going to be canceled no matter what. Well, we'll see where it goes in a couple months.
Right.
But anyways,
there's 2 things that can happen. Either the virus can go away with the warm weather. If it doesn't, then this could go on for a long time.
Yeah. Or it could turn out that it's not as bad as people thought, too.
Yeah, it can go both ways.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into AEW.
It's a good show.
It was on March 11th, 2020 in Salt Lake City. The crowd was super hot tonight.
Yeah, and I'm surprised from Utah. I was like, Utah, that crowd's going to suck. No, it was a hot crowd.
It was a really hot crowd. And there was only like 3,000 to 4,000 people in attendance. But it sounded like there was 10,000. It was hotter than a 14,000 crowd WWE show.
Yeah, yeah.
The crowd's just hotter for Dynamite. It's a better product right now. People are more invested in it.
Yeah. Better characters, man.
More guys. AEW has double the amount of guys that are over.
Right. I mean, each faction is over.
Yeah, except
Every
for maybe
faction.
the Dark Order. But
Yeah,
even
the Dark Order's not over yet.
Yeah, but it will be once they get the Exalted
Messiah
one.
Or whatever, yeah.
So it started with Tony Schiavone interviewing Hangman Page, and the Young Bucks are there. He needs a tag team partner, but he refuses to tag with the Young Bucks. He says he'll tag with he won't tag with Matt Jackson, but he would tag with Nick Jackson. He said, if you were the last person alive, I wouldn't tag with you. Adam Page, Young Bucks. There's tension between the Young Bucks. Page says he has a mystery partner that he's going to announce later. The first match is Ortiz with Santana versus Cody Rhodes with Brandy Rhodes and Arn Anderson. Good match. Huge pop for Cody.
Yeah. Cody's a superstar.
Jake the Snake comes through the crowd with his new client, which is Lance Archer.
Lance Archer is a beast. That dude is fucking huge.
He's huge, yeah. They come through the crowd. The crowd chants, holy shit. They're sitting in the crowd near ringside.
They almost jump in at one point.
They almost do. I'll get to that. Ortiz is dominating the match, focusing on Cody's knee. Cody makes the comeback. The crowd is so hot. Brandy hits Santana with her belt when he tries to interfere. Ortiz hits a suplex for a near fall. Cody tope suicido Santana and drops Ortiz on his face on the ramp. Lance Archer almost interferes, but Jake the Snake backs him down. Cody wins with the figure 4 leg lock, which was really cool. After the match, Santana hits Cody from behind with the loaded sock. Omega and Matt come out for the save. Jericho with the inner circle cuts a promo from backstage to Cody. The whole roster's on notice. He basically says, we're going to beat your ass at Blood and Guts. They jacked Nick Jackson backstage. His face is trapped under a metal door with blood pouring out.
They show his face like laying there with blood all over his face. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Elite rush to save him. In the picture-in-picture, EMTs take Nick Jackson away on a stretcher. Cody, Matt, and Brander follow the ambulance in a Dodge Intrepid. What did you think about this whole angle right now?
I like it. I like this angle. I'm not a huge fan of the Young Bucks, but I think, this is a good way to push them.
They're growing on me, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I like Matt Jackson better than Nick Jackson.
Yeah.
I think he has a lot more personality.
Yeah, he does. That's why he does the stuff he does.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty cool angle, great match, huge pop. I don't think Brandy needs to be out there. I think he already has Arn out there.
Yeah, Arn's enough, man. Arn's a force of nature.
Yeah, he doesn't really need Brandy. Okay, the next match is a females match. From Stardom, Bea Priestley is out there, tagging with the champion Nyla Rose versus the number 3 contender Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida, the current number 1 contender. The crowd is dead to start this. There's multiple near falls both ways. Bea Priestley looks like Viper from Marvel Comics. The green-haired. She's from an Agent of Hydra and AIM. She's cool. She has the green lipstick.
She's a good wrestler, too, man.
The crowd chants Holy Shida after Shida did a top rope missile drop kick.
Yeah.
Shida reverses a power bomb and superplexes Priestley, but Nyla beat Shida with a beast bomb. After the match, Priestley assaulted her partner Nyla Rose and lifted the title above her head. What do you think of this match?
I thought Priestley showed me a lot, man. I mean, I guess apparently before she went to New Japan, she sucked. But the new, not New Japan, was it the female version?
Yeah, Stardom.
She went to Stardom, and she apparently got really good, because I thought she was Superman.
She's sexy as hell,
yeah,
too.
She's hot as hell, and she can wrestle. Yeah, I'd love to see her fight Nyla Rose.
Hikaru Shida is wicked over. The crowd loves her. Yeah, she comes out. Too, she comes out like a samurai, wearing like a komodo and a sword and everything.
Yeah, she's cool, man. She's like a fucking anime character.
Yeah, she's cool, and she's much better than Rio. She's like a normal-sized woman. She's not as small as Rio.
Yeah, Rio is like 95 pounds at most.
She's my favorite of all the Japanese, other than maybe in WWE, Asuka. Other than Asuka, she's probably my favorite. I love Asuka. I think Priestley is gonna. We're setting up a match between Priestley and Nyla Rose.
Yep, and I guess Priestley just launched her way into the number 1 contender.
Well, I don't think that. I think it's probably gonna be a triple threat. That's my idea, because Nyla Rose is so fucking dominant. I think it's gonna be a triple threat versus Hikaru Shida, Priestley, and Nyla Rose. That's my.
I'd watch that. That's good.
It's probably gonna be coming up on Blood and Guts.
I think Priestley's a good good addition to their women's league because the women's
that was the best. I think that was the best women's match I've seen in AEW.
Yeah, it was.
The next segment is Daniels has a vignette. It's a self-help parody about Screw the Dark Order, recapping the storyline between the Dark Order and SCU. He challenges Evil Uno and Stu Grayson to his singles matches to prove he's not the Exalted One. This was cool. It was kind of corny, but it was
corny.
I'm fine with it.
It's Daniels, man. I love Daniels.
Yeah, it's part of his personality to be kind of corny. I like him though. The next match is a six-man tag match between the Butcher and Blade with the Bunny and MJF with Wardlow versus Jurassic Express, which is Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. Big pop. The crowd's really hot for Luchasaurus.
I don't know why.
MJF took off his coat and he had an I Pinned Cody shirt. It got tons of boos. Luchasaurus and MJF start the match. The heels have Luchasaurus isolated in the corner, tagging in and out, kicking him in the corner. Aubrey Edwards is keeping the teams in check so it doesn't break down.
She's the best ring
referee. Yeah. Marco Stunt. He also kicked the Butcher during the break. Jungle Boy gets the hot tag from Luchasaurus and cleans house. Jurassic Express takes back control with a tope suicido to the outside. MJF wins Salt of the Earth armbar finisher on Marco Stunt. Why the fuck is Marco Stunt wrestling in a match?
It's pathetic. It's a joke.
He always loses the match for Jurassic Express.
Let's look at it this way. Jungle Boy is too small to wrestle. Marco is half his size.
Yeah.
So how the fuck can you have this guy wrestling? I mean, and Luchasaurus is awesome. I mean, he doesn't need to be on a faction.
Yeah, I like him with Jungle Boy. I think it should just be a tag team instead of a three-man team. It should be
Marco Stunt.
Marco Stunt sucks.
It's horrible. He has no shot. He does these dives over the top rope and knocks three guys out. That's not believable.
He just makes the whole thing cartoony and fake.
Yeah, it's just that if in the real world that guy'd have no fucking chance.
No chance.
Imagine him versus the Butcher on the street. I mean, that lasts like 5 seconds.
My 10-year-old daughter could beat him up.
Yeah.
He should not be wrestling.
No.
Go back to the Indies, Marco Stunt.
He's gonna get hurt. That's what's gonna happen.
He's gonna get hurt and he's gonna be out. I don't think he's gonna be around very long. There's a lot of people against him.
Yeah, he's like a Spike Dudley type character. He's not even that big.
Yeah, I think anyone who grew up on real wrestling before kayfabe died is against him.
Oh, yeah.
The only people who like him are young people who don't remember the good old days of wrestling.
Right.
So, the next segment is a Darby Allin vignette. He's wearing a Jericho... What was it? Darby Allin vignette. He's driving in a truck that has R.I.P. Sammy written on the side, dragging a body bag behind it. It's like a black and white vignette. He's driving through the country.
It's like a farm or some shit.
Yeah, and he's dragging a body bag. It's a cool vignette.
It was, yeah.
It was really cool.
It was an old NWO one.
Yeah. I really like how AEW's doing their vignettes. I'm really digging it. It's almost like kind of artsy. I remember Pac had some really cool ones when he was going against Kenny Omega. They just do really good video packages. Tony Schiavone interviews Britt Baker on the stage. She cuts a heel promo about Utah and the crowd being fat and having bad oral hygiene.
Huge heat.
And about the crowd being inbred. The crowd is really hot.
Yeah.
Big Swole comes out to interrupt Britt. She says the only people who care about who's wrestling in her household is her husband, then throws coffee at her and runs away. If you don't know, her husband is Cedric Alexander from WWE Raw.
Yeah.
His basic storyline in Raw right now is that he's getting buried.
Yeah, so he'll be in AEW sooner than later.
His actual storyline is that he's frustrated because of bad booking.
Yeah.
That's such a weak storyline.
That's horrible.
Six-man tag, another six-man tag. Joey Janela and Private Party, who are Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, versus Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr., which make up the Death Triangle, the new faction. Starts with Death Triangle charging the baby faces right away. Joey Janela sucks. He does the diving crossbody to the waiting death triangle on the outside. I hate that spot.
So bad. Why are the guys just standing there? Like, why don't they just separate?
But the gin and juice spot was cool. It's a new maneuver. A couple cool spots, but a couple unrealistic spots kind of take me out of the match. Pac wins with the Black Arrow over Joey Janela. I love Pac. I love the Lucha Bros, but both Private Party and Joey Janela have to go.
Yeah, Private Party's bad, man. Joey Janela has no build, no moves.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks. The other thing I think is Pac is a singles wrestler.
Yeah,
Pac should be a singles wrestler, not on some fucking team.
Well, I don't mind him in a faction.
In a faction, yeah, but he should be in the faction as a singles wrestler.
Yeah, as the Mike Piece for the Lucha Brothers.
Lucha Brothers, which I love the Lucha Brothers. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're the coolest luchadors. Yeah. I'm not a huge AAA guy or luchador
guy,
me neither. But I really like these guys. Right now, there's actually a lot of really good Mexican guys in wrestling.
Yeah, Garza,
Andrade, Humberto.
Humberto's okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The Black Triangle puts the faces in the Death Triangle, a three-man crippler crossface. And Best Friends and Cassidy come for the save. Cassidy, obviously, Orange Cassidy gets a huge pop when he comes out.
Cassidy does a really nice kip up, too.
Yeah, he does. Next segment is Dustin Rhodes cuts a promo on the Inner Circle, running Rush Shot over AEW. And he's gonna be Hangman Page's tag team partner tonight, whether he likes it or not.
That was a huge letdown.
Yeah, I was hoping
someone new.
I was hoping it would be Matt Hardy.
I was hoping Matt Hardy too. Fucking as soon as Dustin Rhodes announced, like, oh man, fuck this. I mean, I'm not a huge Dustin Rhodes fan, anyways. I never really have been.
I like him better now than I liked him as Goldust.
Yeah, but when he was Dustin Reynolds, he sucked too. I mean, it wasn't just he stuck with Goldust in WWE.
When I was a little kid, I remember being grossed out by Goldust.
Yeah. He's kind of a weird character.
The Dark Order Exalted One will be announced next week on Dynamite, which it's either going to be Brody Lee or Matt Hardy, unless they swerve us and it's fucking ends up being Daniels.
That'd be so stupid.
That'd be stupid. The War Games Blood and Guts rules. 2 teams of 5-on-5 with 2 rings that are surrounded by a steel cage, and to win, you have to submit an opponent or make him say, "I surrender."
No countouts, no bullshit.
Yeah, well, yeah, they can't get out of the ring.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a cool match. I'm excited for War Games.
Cool. War Games would be dope.
Yeah. Well, it's called Blood and Guts here.
Yeah.
And you know the reason they call it Blood and Guts is it's a rib on WWE. Vince McMahon said, "We're not blood and guts like AEW." So they took that and they named a match after it.
Yeah.
JR interviews Moxley. He's not medically cleared to compete because of the Shield powerbomb of him from the stage last week from the Inner Circle. He's going to be back for Blood and Guts, though.
Of course.
The next match, the crowd is hot singing Judas, Chris Jericho, and Sammy Guevara versus Hangman Adam Page and the Natural Dustin Rhodes for your main event. Page and Jericho started. Inner Circle takes Page out on the outside and grabs a beer from the crowd and drinks it.
Which is probably like a 2% alcohol beer.
While mocking Hangman, Hangman kicks him in the stomach and beer shoots out of his mouth. He grabs the beer and drinks it. And then Sammy takes him out from behind while he's distracted. It's a really fast-paced match.
Good match.
Both teams trading offense. Page and Dustin make a great team. They do a couple tandem offense spots. Page is the most over wrestler in AEW. The crowd loves this match. Page wins with the buckshot lariat to Sammy Guevara in the pin. The Inner Circle jumps the faces after the match. Kenny comes out for the save, but he gets overwhelmed.
Broken arm.
And a Judas effect from Jericho. Then Cody comes out and Jake Hager slams him, and Ortiz suplexes on him on the ramp. Then they bring Hangman to the stage to set up the triple powerbomb, and Matt Jackson comes out for the save and cleans house, taking out all the heels. Matt and Page lock eyes, and Matt gives him the finger. Then Jericho gives a chair shot to each of them in the head. Brutal chair shot.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega is laying wasted in the ring, Cody is laying wasted on the ramp, and Page and Matt Jackson are laying wasted on the stage. And the show ends with the Inner Circle with their arms raised triumphant on the stage.
Same as last week.
Same as last week. This was a great episode.
Yeah.
It's been trending. It's been staying at a good level for the last couple weeks.
What did it get for rating this week? 18?
I think it got 900,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know that Raw did like a 2.1.
Yeah, it'll never. I mean, it's going to take years to get up to where Raw is.
Right. But the good thing is that Vince is taking notice. So Vince is going to try to push up his product.
Hopefully. His products have sucked lately.
Yeah, it's been awful.
It's been really fucking terrible.
Even with Paul Heyman running draw, I mean, it's like I guess he's totally fucking.
Well, he's handcuffed.
Yeah, he's controlled by Vince.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard rumors that Vince McMahon has been ripping up the Raw script hours before the show and
rewriting it.
It's clunky, man. And especially, no one was really that excited for WrestleMania lately, and
I'm not excited about the card. The card sucks, man.
The card sucks, and with all this stuff that's going on with it possibly getting canceled, I think, you know, I'm scared for wrestling right now, honestly.
It might be a long time before wrestling is back. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know the fuck we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so enjoy, and we're going to probably just do best of shows. Best.
One thing we're thinking about doing is best 100 wrestlers.
Best 100 wrestlers.
That's going to take a lot of research.
Best managers, best territories. We can do all kinds of shows. We can do little docs, history. We can do one-shots on different wrestlers. So comment down below what you want us to do if wrestling gets canceled. Enjoy Dynamite while you can. Hopefully we have it a couple more weeks. Hopefully we get Blood and Guts before it's closed down. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Before I go, I just want to say, man, Hangman Page is probably the most over guy in wrestling right now.
I agree. But if CM Punk came back, that'd change real quick.
That would change really quick.
I think CM Punk is the only thing that can save WWE right now.
At this point, yeah. So they need something.
Yeah.
And check out our other show, Fuck I Love Wrestling. And also we're gonna be bringing back Fuck I Love Star Wars. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment down below. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can email us at bluemilk77@gmail.com. That's capital BLU, capital MILK 77@gmail.com. Peace out.